What's going on, guys? We're taking a little break from wiring today. We're gonna work on some other stuff. Those of you that follow me, well, the losers, not me, but the losers on Instagram and Facebook already know that we got the cage in. So there's that. Right here's the main hoop. So that's what we're working on. Now to start, over here, right there, that's my seat. We got to rebuild seat brackets. So that's what we're going to work on right now. Then we'll start fitting the main hoop, getting the kickdown bars, all that good stuff that's right here. I got this kit off Jegs. I'll link it down in the description if you guys want to put a roll bar in your truck. This is just a roll bar, what we're putting in. So it'll have this main hoop, and then it'll have a bar that goes from here down, right? It goes right there. And then in the door, it's gonna have a bar that goes like this, sideways. So it has a door bar, it has kickdown bars, main hoop, and the harness bar. That's it, super simple. I don't really want a cage in this truck, but I want it to look cool. So that's why we're doing the kickdown bars and stuff. It looks like it's gonna be nice and tight, back out of my way from what I've done so far. It's really gonna fit pretty well. We may be able to do like some gussets here, some of that flat plate crazy stuff that people do, but I don't think it's gonna be necessary. It's gonna be pretty tight to the body. Yeah. So anyways, I'll link that down in the description. They have this, which is their 2, 4, 6, 8 point. It has two like little kickdown bars that go here, but we're not gonna do those. Then they have a 10 point, which wraps into the front. They have a 12 point that goes all the way to the front of the truck, all the way up there. So I'll link the this exact one down in the description. You guys can look at it, see what you think. But the star of the show today, I'm really excited. I bought this. It was something I was pretty worried about, but I picked it up from Harbor Freight and super happy with it. So it's this guy. This is their little tubing / pipe cutter, and it was 60 bucks. I already had this stand. That's where the bench grinder used to be. So I went ahead and put this on there, and let me tell you, this thing is doing an amazing job. I've been trying to teach myself how to do this because I've never done this before, but we already cut this pipe right here. Can you see that? Yeah, it looks great. So it did a really good job, looks amazing. That's at 33 degrees. So what we did is we put this main bar at 90, completely vertical this way. And then I put this bar, this kickdown bar down there, where I wanted it here, put my angle finder on it, which I'll also link down in the description. So I put my little angle finder on there, told me 33 degrees. So I thought we would cut it at the opposite of 33. So I was like, cool, we'll cut it at 57. So I did one at 57. Nope, not even close. I could tell while I was cutting it that it was too much. It's over here. This is one problem that I have. My hole saws aren't very deep. So you could tell that was a super steep angle, and I was like, there's no way that's correct. So I cut this off, made that 33, and it's perfect. I mean, absolutely perfect. Yeah, so I think this will be fairly, hopefully easy. I don't want to speak too soon, but it doesn't look like it's going to be too terribly bad. Let's go ahead and clean up that driver floorboard so we can get the new seat brackets that I'm building in there. And we'll clean up where the floor, I don't know what they're called, these little like foot plate kind of things. These things right there, we're going to clean up where they go. We'll get them in place. And then tomorrow, we'll move this over here and we'll start welding. So, sounds good to me. Let's get to it. All right, it's the next day. I got the plates welded in yesterday. Today, we're gonna work on getting the main hoop in the harness bar. So we gotta measure for where the harness bar is gonna go, get that cut and welded in. But I want to show you guys, plates are all in. Over there, there's one. And there's one. And here's this one, and when I did this one, I melted my harness, so now I need a new harness. And then there's that one. So it turned out good. I mean, at least good enough. We're gonna be putting carpet over everything, so it'll look good. It's all welded in there good. So yeah, the seat brackets are in. We got to drill those and make all that work, but it's turned out well. I'm happy with this in here. So let's go over to my new Harbor Freight John thing over there, and we'll cut up some pipe. All right, so they say to do a third of this distance here, right here, and it'll give you the perfect cut with the least amount of wasted material. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I think that's pretty close. This is kind of our MacGyver setup that we have going on. This drill, we were using it yesterday and it started smoking. So we'll see how long it lasts today. It was already having some trouble, like maybe the switch is going out or something. But anyways, yeah, so it's about to get loud. Okay, so the hardest part about all this is making sure that you cut your fish mouths, is what they call these, on the same plane. So the way we're going to do it, we got our digital angle finder here, and we put the pipe in here, and we know that's not correct. We can see on our angle finder that we're at 9 degrees. So Carissa's going to work this side, I'm going to work that side. We're going to get this to 0 degrees. We'll clamp it all down, get it back over here, and we'll cut our fish mouth.
Okay, so what do you need to do?
What I just explained. So you need to put that in the opening. Get it where it's fitting in the opening. Don't worry about it being level. Make it fit in the opening.
Okay.
Okay. Now, we're going to loosen this, and you're going to rotate. We're going to turn this. You're not making it fit, baby.
There we go, we got it.
Can't read that. You got it twisted. Okay, you're happy with it? That's in there good? Fitting nice and tight? Okay. All right, so that's where we want it to be.
Double check this before we start doing it.
Looks good.
Okay, can I get rid of this?
Yep. All right, so we got the hoop thing. I guess that's the harness bar. That's what it's called. We got a cut. Fits perfect. It was a little long, which is kind of what I was going for because I wanted it to be kind of press fit in here. So it's not gonna fall out. It's in there good. We just need to check our angle on this and then check the angle on that, make them both the same, and then we can start welding it up. So if Chris will hand me the angle finder, we'll start working up that. All right, so we're at 0.27 down there and 0.42 up here. Just make sure there's no gunko on there. So let's see what it goes to. 0.43. So we're going to make this guy the same, 0.32. What's this doing? That's making it go up. All right, so we're going to call it good there. And let's give it a little tack in place. Okay, what's our angle? Still looking good. So now it's tacked up. Now we can go ahead and lay it down. We'll burn this thing in. And then our main hoop is finished for what it's going to be outside the truck. Then we'll work on getting it in the truck, getting it nice and level. Yeah, and that'll be the main hoop done. We'll be finished with the main hoop, then we just got kickdowns and door bars. So, got the rear bars in, got that door bar in. I want to show you guys on the last door bar how we're doing this. So I'm going to kind of start from the beginning. We're going to pretend like it's not cut right here. And we're just basically going to do everything that we've been doing. I need to find my angle finder. Right here, too easy. Now I broke it, and we need a new one. Okay, so what I would do, obviously I'd have a full stick. So we'll go ahead, just happen to have a full stick right here. And what I did is I just set it on there, and I got it about at the angle that I wanted. Turned it on, 25 degrees. I called that good. And I went and cut my fish mouth at 25 degrees. I bought that Harbor Freight tubing cutter, $60, totally worth it, recommend it. If you're gonna be doing this cage work, you might as well get it because it makes your life 100 times easier. Then what I did is I marked where I was gonna put my fish mouth, and I measured down to here. So for these, it's 47 inches. So if we come here, we put that on there, you can see fits perfect. It's almost like it's supposed to go right there. So now this is the hard part, getting that angle close. What I did on the other side is I cut it at 45 degrees. The rear ones are all 45 degrees. But here's the important part, and I need my pin, please and thank you. This is the important part, okay? You got to make sure that this and that are at the same angle, right? So what I did is I would come over here and mark the very top of this pipe. So right there, that looks like the very top. Then come over here and mark the very top of it. So right there. So now you can see I got a mark here and I got a mark here. They're close. They're not perfect. We are the losers around here. We're not going to do this job perfect. We're going to do it good or freaking enough. So now we go over to the chop saw, set it to 45 degrees, and we make this parallel with the ground, just with our eyeballs. We're just eyeballing it. And once that's good, make our chop, and then we'll have to chop a little more because it's more than 45 degrees, and our chop saw only goes to 45. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this at 45. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. We'll come fit it, and then we'll cut some more off. So we got our 45 cut here. Now we're going to put it, boom. We're going to put this, boom. And we can see we weren't very square when we cut this. I did a bad job. You can see our line is definitely not center of our cut. It would be there. So we did a bad job. Can you see that? So that's not a huge deal because our angle's not right anyway. So we got to cut this deeper. So we'll have to kind of clean it up a little, get it deeper, cut more on this side. But we'll do a little bit at the top, a lot at the bottom. So we're gonna go try that. Again, just eyeballing it. And we'll see how it fits when we come back. We'll just go ahead and clean that up. Just trying to get this guy out, but he didn't want to come. Now he's out. Anyways, so that's what it looks like. It fits really good. You guys can come over here and have a look-see. Yeah, looks good. So I'm gonna go ahead and weld this in. I'm gonna burn a quick tack to hold it in place. Just like that. We'll go ahead and weld it up, and that's the end of it. Pretty nice. This kit, I was a little upset that these ends weren't fish mouth. I think it's the funniest thing that that's what they call it. Anyways, I was a little upset that none of them came that way. It just came with these 60-foot sticks, or 60-inch sticks. Yeah, they're 60 foot long, as long as the shop. Anyways, I was a little disappointed in that, but buying that for $60, there's a lot of 60s apparently that I'm talking about. But that for 60 bucks, totally worth it. Here, let me show you guys just real quick. I don't think I showed it in the video. This is it. This is the part. I already had this stand laying around, so I just bolted it on there real quick. We got a cheap Harbor Freight hole saw, cheap Harbor Freight pipe cutter, and our little Ryobi cordless drill. Works really good. So modifications, I don't think I would make any. What I want to make is a separate stand that can hold the pipe up out that way. Because I was thinking, oh, I could just build one that like comes off, but no, you need to be able to change your angle. So it'd be nicer to have a stand and then you can rotate this. So anyways, that thing, awesome. If you're gonna do this, definitely recommend it. Let me get in there. We'll start burning some metal. Maybe catch this truck on fire for like the 5th time. What do I do with the welder? What? Oh. Well, let me fix my mic. Here it is. I think it turns out pretty good. They're not super high. You can see they're just right here. We might definitely have to start taking the wheel out to get out, but that's not a big deal. I think it turned out really good. I'm happy. Seating position isn't terrible. We'll be able to drive. Take this out, and it's terrible getting out of cars like this, but it's not that terrible getting out of my car like this. Door closes, nothing hits, the bars all fit. Yeah, I think it's pretty well perfect. I don't think we could have done a better job. This is still hot. I was going to close that door, but that'd be a bad idea. Anyways, there it is. Seat is in. It's not bolted down, but it's in. Door bar's in. Harness bar. Main hoop. Kick downs. The truck's caged. That's crazy. I expected this to take me longer than a day, and it's all done. So, yeah. So that's pretty exciting. We got to get a piece of Lexan. We're going to put Lexan on the back. We're also going to cut these out, the entire tube, and we're going to put tubing connectors in here like they use on side-by-side frames. So we'll put those in here. That way we can take these bars out and get the bed off. Just in case we ever got to take the bed off for anything, we'll be able to remove those bars, get the bed out of the way, and the cage will still stay plenty strong. Everything will be good. But yeah, there it is. Like I said, that's super exciting. That's a big deal. This is something that's been on my list for really since we turboed the truck, because that's when I took the seat belts out. So it turned out really freaking well. I wish we could have pushed the harness bar back a little, but I don't have a bender, so it is where it is. And it'll work. It'll work just fine. I don't think we'll have any issues there. It would just be nice if we could scoot the seat back a little. I am kind of tall, but overall, it's more than acceptable. So that's it for this episode. We got the cage in. Big check mark. Actually, let's go do that. Let me find a marker. It's on my welding table way over here. What are you doing, punk? You're just playing. All right. So I think this is the first thing that we can officially mark off. Boom. Done. Is there anything else that we can mark off? No, 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 no. Oh yeah, we can do this. Boom. Both those are done. So on our long list of shit, we've done 2 things, which is pretty good. So yeah. Next time, we should be able to get both these done. We're just waiting on some parts to come in. We can finish up that. So stay tuned for part 3 of the boring ass wiring. Till then, see you guys later.